Right, good evening everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're back again for yet another match in this year's 2024 Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. It's another one-loss side match between MC Clarkey from the UK, from England, and Mooncake from the Netherlands, and that goes at the top of the hour. We need a quick catch-up here. The winner of this match will play Acero, who's already sitting there waiting on the winner of this match, and then the winner of the match with Acero, whoever that might be, will then play semi-pro. On the bottom half of the one-loss side, we've got Larry, who went through last night, and he's then waiting on the winner of Bedhead LS3. If we look at the winner's side, we have Cobra, now lined up, of course, with Spectre Dawn, and they're playing to see who goes through. If I can get this damn thing to work. They're playing to go through to play Albinario, I believe, now that it's worked. Let's move across. So if we look at the schedule, we've got this match tonight. We'll get LS3 Bedhead tomorrow night. An hour later at 8 PM, and then on Sunday we've got the big one with Cobra and Spectre Dawn. If you just give me a second, I'm just going to tab out. Right, we've got 2 minutes to go. Steve said he should be here. He said he could do this one, so I'm just keeping an eye out on Discord. Well, this I'm going to put Matt as a sort of, well, what would you say, third favourite, fourth favourite to possibly win this event. That would be behind Cobra, Albinario, and Spectre Dawn. Spectre Dawn, of course, and MC Clarkey, both of whom have yet to win one of these major events. Matt's certainly not played in enough of them. And Spectre Dawn, of course, looking also for his first one, and this is the one that you'd expect him to win. So we've got all that to unfold, but we're right down to the nitty-gritty in this tournament now. One more quick tab. And good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Well, I've got... well, either my chat isn't working on my phone, or we've got seven dummies sitting muted on YouTube because nobody's saying anything. But anyway, we've got 8 viewers, and I'm just talking about who's possibly. I'm putting Matt down as a fourth favourite to win this whole event because he's well capable of it. It's just got to be as consistent as the top 3, and the top 3 I've already mentioned. That would be Larry. Not Larry, Albinario, Cobra, and Spectre Dawn, and then I would put Matt in fourth. I don't know whether anybody else agrees with that. Now,
what about semi-pro?
Oh, semi-pro is going to lose the plot. He's going to lose the plot. He'll lose the plot in his next match. Bear in mind, he's waiting to play actually the winner of one of these, because the winner of this match plays Acero, and then the winner of that match plays semi-pro. But I think semi-pro will have blown a gasket before then. Matt got no chance. Now, kiss of death. Ah, right, I see. So I've jinked him, have you? Well, what do you think, Steve? Do you think Matt should be too strong for Mooncake?
Well, I definitely think that Matt is got an advantage in this match, but you know, we'll see. I mean, what Mooncake brings. I've seen Matt not struggle, although not lately. Lately, he seems like he's been playing pretty good, but he is in a loser's bracket. Although, given he did lose to a good player in a close match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you've got to favor Matt.
Well,
but this is why we play it. See what Mooncake can bring.
Now, well, the room's already up. They probably lagged off. I didn't know that far on. Well, Mooncake's in, but Matt's. Now, was Matt actually in the chat?
He was.
Oh, there he is. He's in. There he is. He's arrived. So we've got Mooncake on the right and Matt on the left. Race to 13. Well, let's hope that it is a little bit better standard and quality than what we had last night, because there was an awful lot of unforced errors last night.
Yeah, last night's match was not up to the standard we're expecting.
Well, Mooncake's got the break. Has he got the luck? And 7 ball. He's going to have no shot in the win, I don't think.
I think he does. No, you couldn't have a better opportunity for safety than this.
Oh,
I mean, this is about as easy as they come.
Well, it could have done.
That's
I mean,
well done.
it could have done with rolling another inch and a half. If it did that, even more problems.
Yeah, he could have, but I mean,
it cuts out the line to that long rail.
That was pretty good. Listen, it's not like it was simple to get it right on there, those in that safety. I mean, it was simple to get it behind him, and he did that.
So the first kick attempt of the night. I don't know what he's gonna. I don't know that he's got the line there. I think that middle pocket's in the line of the hitting angle to this one ball. Yep. He was trying to hit it short, and I think he needed to hit that with left English to get that angle to make the one ball.
Well, he could have gone 2 rails.
Well, he could have went 2, but I think the commentators, I said the middle pocket was the line he wanted to take, and obviously couldn't do it for that.
I think the commentator's eye says shoot the 9 ball.
Well, I think that's exactly what you should be doing. And that takes care of that first rack.
Yeah, that's a good start for Mooncake.
And then there's a bad
follow-up.
There's a bad follow-up straight into the top corner pocket.
See, does he get a kick? No. Now, see, that there was no kick on that ball, so that's completely Mooncake's fault. He lost the cue ball low.
Well, the obvious thing is it's a good table. Where's the problem in getting out?
Well, this is what you want for your first opportunity. Gives you a chance to get in rhythm, start feeling good. You know, sometimes you come to the table the first couple times and everything's tough, and that's a hard way to start out a match.
Make sure he's how tight's this 6 ball? That's fine.
One thing Matt does well is he plays at a nice pace. I mean, it's pretty consistent. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. And you know, you could almost time every shot, you know, like 1, 2, 3. You know, he's going to shoot like 8 to 10 seconds on every ball. I mean, it's like clockwork with him.
Mm-hmm.
Watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's like that every time. And that's, you know, if you want to look at like hidden secrets for how to play good, that's one of them. Is if you can play in a rhythm where you're taking about the same time every shot, it really helps. Now, don't ask me to explain why it helps, but it does.
Well, it's more of just a routine. It's a routine that you get into that subconsciously you're doing all the time, and you're not thinking about it. But it's when you start overthinking that routine gets broken up, because you start, double checking things and doing stuff like that.
I agree. That's a very astute comment, because I think it does help you play more subconsciously, keep your conscious mind out of it to play in a steady pace like that.
So Matt, looking pretty good for the follow-up here. I mean, again, a nice table, no problems, just moving the cue ball and getting on a spot.
Well, Matt has definitely improved. There's no doubt about it.
Well, as I say, I'm going to, according to Matt, I'm going to jinx him, because I'm putting him as a good outsider to possibly win this, and certainly if he comes through this match, could damage anybody's hopes of progressing in this event.
Well, if you're jinxing him, you're not doing a very good job of it.
Well, not at the moment, but there's time. there's too much time. So, good response so far from MC Clarkey. Goes into the lead. Now he's doing the slight cut break. And no joy this time. So this is again a valid table to run out. If you could only see the one, I don't think you can see enough of it.
So this kind of situation, you either got to push to a kick shot, or you have to kick shot, jump shot, or you have to kick it at now. I mean, there's just, there's no good place to push and leave the ball. You could try pushing and leaving an edge. If you've got a ball you can do that with. He's just going to kick it now. Not a bad choice.
No, it's not a bad result. And well, I don't know that Matt's actually going to be hampered over this, but he's going to. He might give this back because you're going to hit this really thin to get out of that corner.
Well, he's got to get a good chance to get a hook with the 4-5-9 here. Yeah. I mean, he's just going to run the cue ball back down towards them. Well, and, if he doesn't get the hook, he's probably giving up something.
Well, he's certainly got it thin enough. Now, how's the brush off the 3? Oh, this might be ugly. Oh, that's ugly. That is perfect.
Well played. He played the right shot.
He has got him well locked up here. You see now, because he's so tight, he's cut out a lot of angle off that rail that allows you to create something. So you've got to really get acrobatic here to get to that. You can't get behind the 3. Good luck with this shot, I'll tell you. I think Mooncake better just try and lock something else up here and just give ball in hand, because I don't think it's worth his while trying to get there.
The problem is where he's sitting, it's hard to lock something else up.
Yeah, it's difficult to do that. That's the problem. He's in a real hellhole here. Good evening to Tommy.
I think he's got a 3-rail kick here. End rail, side rail, 1 ball.
So you're talking about, let's see.
Well, he tried to jump and hit it pretty good. He just didn't hit the ball. That was actually a well-played shot.
I was just ready to get my lines drawn there, but he was far too quick.
Yeah, boy, that was a nice shot. Just didn't get out of line.
Well,
Tommy's here. Hi, Tommy.
So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So that he's going round the table here. 6 ball down into the corner, 7 ball across into the side, 8 ball into one of the bottom corners, and 9 into the top. So it's fairly routine.
And Matt does these routine racks really well. This is one of the places I think he's really improved. He just doesn't make a lot of mistakes on these anymore.
So this is well, obviously he should be staying well away from the 7 and 8 here with whatever line he's taking, and he is. And that's perfect. Yeah, he can check the cue ball. I like that play. If he wants.
Well, because he put it in a position where it's real easy to get on the 7. The 7 ball. Angle. If you got funny, it was easy to get funny on the 7, and that was a nice play.
Welcome to semi-pro.
Yeah, Matt's playing like he means it.
So he's going to lead from the front, 3-1 after losing the first rack.
Well, so far Matt has not missed a ball, and he's run out every chance he got. So that's, that's a winning type of formula. He keeps doing that.
Well, dry.
That's the only problem he's had. That's the second dry break.
Well, I don't know whether he plays a 2-in-1 shot here. Does he try to cut that one the other way and billiard the 6, or does he just go back up the table?
Come off the top of the 1, send the 1 down table, use the 6. you can bump the 6. You want to get it behind the 4. You want to bring the 1 down table. He's going for it. Well, that's always fine if you make it.
Well, he's came out good.
That was a well-played shot.
Now, I think in this next shot after the 1, he's got to stay high into the table, maybe for this 3 ball. I don't know. Well, he's got to now because the angle he's got's no good. I don't think he's got to come out high past that 7 and 9. Well, he's gone a wee bit too far, but he's still fine.
Yeah, and Mooncake's playing this rack very well.
Didn't
really want to do that. He just got rid of that. Got rid of a pocket.
Yeah, he's now created a problem for himself.
Well, I mean, this is where you just gotta be able to move the cue ball. It's pretty easy to get the right angle on the 5 to come back and shoot the 7 in the corner.
Yeah, this isn't it. He's beginning to just come loose at the seams here.
The problem with this is speed. He needs to be a little more straight on. It's hard to control the speed. Or you can play the same line and try to bump the 7 ball.
Yeah. Nice.
And that's what he did, but he didn't make the pot. So, I mean...
Well, bank into the top right as we look, or thin cut into the bottom right. So, going to be running loose though.
There were 2 mistakes there. First, he made a mistake with the cue ball. Then, he still was okay.
Oh, now,
but he missed
the
the pot.
How's the cue ball?
Watch.
This is gone. Well, there's a relief for Mooncake.
And there's a mistake back. I'm not sure where he was running with that cue ball. That thing was
it was always going to head that line. He just got the weight wrong.
Yeah, I think it just got away from him.
So this will be a little bit of a relief for Mooncake. He's been reprieved. And he could find himself in the league if he gets his act together pretty sharpish here.
But if you want to win this tournament, those are the mistakes you got to get rid of. When you've got an open table, there's no problems. You got to run out.
Well, Mooncake, he ain't getting it.
And neither one of these guys is breaking very well so far.
Well, this is good odds of going in as long as he gets that little join.
I think he'll draw this, hit a little stun draw. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Matt's a pretty savvy player. I mean, he looks real good. You just got to get rid of those mistakes.
Now, what does he do here? 2 rails around into the table, around the 3 into the table. You would need to check this big time to come back up.
No, he won't check
around the corner. Yeah,
you got your choice which corner pocket you want to play. He's going to play this one, which is fine. Everything's good here. He may put a teeny bit of left. Yep, top and a teeny left. Get a little straighter. Oh, and he didn't hit it. He's still okay. So if you get like this, there's nothing wrong with this. It just means you go to the other long rail.
Yeah, just let it run out.
I knew a guy that this was his normal position. He played this angle all the time. I mean, when I first played him, I'm thinking, man, this guy keeps getting funny on the ball. But after he kept doing it game after game after game, I realized that's the kind of position this guy's playing. He's playing thinner than most people. And he was a good player.
So Matt is going to preserve that lead, keep it to 2.
Well, this is funny.
Well,
this is not the angle you want.
He's going to juice this up, big draw off this.
You either got to go forward and get to the end rail first, or he's going to go forward.
Oh dear!
And he missed it.
There's another let off the hook there for Mooncake.
But that was all caused by he gets straight on the 6, which is now funny. So he's got to draw it. and doesn't control the speed well, which is apt to happen with draw. Gets funny on the 7 and misses the ball.
Well,
so it's kind of like a chain reaction happening there of how he got to that point.
He's got to be careful with this. And it was tight.
He hit it pretty good, but he didn't hit it good enough. He caught the ball first. He needed to catch the rail first there. The cue ball just turned on him enough to flip the 7. Now, this is a pretty simple shot. I don't really like the way he hit it by putting draw on it. I would have put no draw on it at all, just English.
I think he was being overprotective there of what happened the last time when he went 2-3 rails there into that top right hand corner. He was making sure it was very tight, so he was nowhere near it. But of course, he was then threatening the side pocket.
So Matt makes a mistake, rolls up pretty good. Mooncake almost gets it, but not quite, and Matt wins the game anyways. That about sums it up, I think.
And he's
well, I think you can shoot this. This ball goes.
Yeah,
draw, and he's going forward. I would draw this. It's easier to make this ball draw left. Maybe he doesn't like doing that with the 7 in the way. He's going to shoot the 3 in the same pocket if he's going forward. Or the 3 could be side, but I'd be playing for the same pocket on this shot. Nope, he's decided to draw it. And I like that, except...
Well, he's not really got a hold of it, has he?
Yeah, he didn't put the cue ball. I thought he'd hit it hard and come back out and shoot the 3 in the side pocket. He'd hit it easy. Well, he's still okay.
That's the only pocket he's got to shoot it in.
Yeah, he needs to avoid the 7 ball here. He's going to try to go behind the 7. This is interesting.
Oh.
He went in front of the 7.
Well,
that was a very well played shot.
Top left English on the cue ball to do that.
No, that was bottom left. That shows some speed there. Left? Yeah, he drew that back to the rail.
He stun it to the rail. Ah, right. Because I'm side on there. I didn't see it. But he certainly had the left English to get the fizz going.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's a little touch of class. That shows, that shows knowledge and speed. And I mean, that was a special little gem there.
Well, now there's a mini crisis on here for Mooncake. Going to be trailing by 3. And might be needing a favour or 2.
I think that's one of the reasons you can make a case for Matt winning one of these World Championships, because he does play shots like that. That's a very advanced shot. Most players wouldn't even ever think of playing it. And
I love playing that shot.
He hit it well.
Well, I depending on what it is, whether you're drawing it to the rail, because I play it a lot in Cowboy. It's something you get a lot of practice doing that particular shot in Cowboy.
And that's, it's a shot that comes up sometimes. And, but, to hit it in a match and hit it well, Matt's just got to get rid of the little mistakes. And I think he's got an excellent chance to win this thing.
I don't know whether he's thin enough that he can use the 6 ball or the 4 ball here to just take the running off this cue ball. Is it too thin?
No, he's just going to bump it forward here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and again, this is the kind of table where you stay in line and make it simple. What happens to players, and the reason why a lot of guys aren't consistent, it's not usually as much of a brain fart as getting out of line. They get out of line, and then things start getting more difficult, and then he's a little funny here, but he has the option of just stopping it or drawing it back a foot or two. So, he'll keep this simple. He just stops it. So he's not going to take a chance. And it makes this shot a little harder. But, I would go probably 4 rails here myself. He's not going to do that. He's going to kill it.
He just under-hit that because he wanted to get that, tightish to start running, but he hasn't hit it.
See, the reason I would go 4 rails is because the pass natural, and I don't have to do anything with the cue ball. The way he played that, he had to do something with the cue ball and see what happens when you start doing a lot with the cue ball.
Yeah.
It's you got to hit it better. It's harder to get the speed, and he came up way short on it.
Yeah, letting it open out, maybe like the way you were talking about. I think Matt's just scared of it scratching. That's why he played it tight into the rail first of all, to get it tight around the corner.
Yeah.
But
Well, he played a good shot there.
He's got himself out of trouble.
So, what happens when those kind of things are going on, where you're getting out of line like that, is it just
Yep,
and that one threw a lot. He tried to hit it easy. It reduces your percentage of outs. Percentage of out, maybe on that was going to be 98% if he stayed in line, and he gets out of line, all of a sudden it's 85%. It's not a lot of difference, but it's enough with good players, whether you're going to win or lose.
I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I'm worried about the scratch off the 7 ball, because I would want to give this a smack to hope to get lucky, but I'm worried about the scratch.
I'm probably soft kicking.
Yeah, you see, the commentators, nobody listens to me. Mooncake wasn't. Yeah. He had a smack at it, you see.
I would have soft kicked behind it and tried to get the cue ball on the 8. The cue ball you weren't going to get all the way behind it, so the cue ball was going to move up towards the 8.
Now, you see what I just said in the commentary? That's a definition of listening to the voice in your head, because that I've just said what I was thinking of doing. But the little voice in my head said you're going to scratch if you smack it like that. And what did Mooncake do? Boom. There you go. So listen to the voice in your head. When it tells you you're going to do something numpty-ish, don't do it.
But in the grand scheme of things, Matt's well ahead in this match. But in the grand scheme of things, Matt has got to get out on those tables and stop making it hard on himself by getting out of line. That's one of the reasons Albin's so hard to beat. He doesn't get out of line that much. Does he make cue ball mistakes? Yeah, everybody does it. But Albin doesn't do it as much as most of the good players. Well, that's why he keeps winning.
I'll tell you something, semi-pro. We're all the better because you're here. There you go. And I said that with a straight face.
Well, and there's just a flat out.
Yeah, there's a dog in it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but we're well past the stage where Mooncake needs to be leaping all over these opportunities. No matter how easy or difficult they are, he has to be putting them away.
So as a player, you're trying to figure out, how do I get better? How do I get rid of this? Like Matt's thinking, why am I missing that ball? How do I get rid of it? And it's hard. And there we go, just right back.
What's this? I've missed Steve. So I read the link about ratings, Steve. What's that 90-day season thing all about?
Well, you're talking about rankings there. There's a difference in rankings and rating. You need, when you read that thing, you need to read it more carefully and understand what a ranking is and what a rating is.
Well, Mooncake again gets a reprieve. Now, I say he's got a reprieve. He's got trouble ahead, because let's be honest, that 4-ball, yes, you can say it goes in off the jaw, but you don't want to be playing for it, do you?
You can play a shot. I would just drop back the cue ball back into the 4 here. Maybe try to get another side of it. He's going to play for the carom, and I don't like this shot because it's doable, but
I don't like it at all.
This is pretty sensitive. Let's put it that way. It's just pretty. He's shooting past it.
Fair play to him.
I like that.
That did go in off the jaw. I mean, I could see it would, but from the angle that you're shooting at, that was a bloody good shot.
That was a very good shot.
Now he's got to follow it all up now. Now he's done that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Goodness me. Did he play that? I don't think he played that. Oh,
of course he played it, Hugh. Come on.
All right. Well, I'll believe that. In my dreams. Well, how it doesn't matter. It's gone in. That's what matters. Keeps him alive a little bit. Okay, but don't understand how my overall rating goes down when my 8-ball rating goes up. Well, Mooncake needs something happening. How often do I say that? I'm like a broken record, Mark, wherever you are. He needs something to happen. And this, well, by balling aside, something else went in.
The overall rating is a weighted average.
And good table. Now here's an instance where you've got to get the cue ball out once he pots this 1 ball. He's got to pot the 2 and it's really into the pocket, this 2 ball. I mean, it couldn't be any further in without dropping. And this is tricky to judge. And he doesn't want to get cheeky with this rail. He wants to make sure he's hitting the 2. Because this is well in. And at least you can see it.
If you don't know what a weighted average is, Google it.
Oh dear. Well, that's just the type of shot you can't be doing now to survive. They all have to go in.
And I expect a few more of those out of Mooncake. I mean, you know, he's not quite as strong as Matt, but I agree with him. Matt's got a chance to win this, but he has got to learn how to, you know, stay in line better and not make those positional mistakes, because you go through these racks and 7 shots will be beautiful, the position's beautiful, and then all of a sudden it's like, for one reason or another, you know, we've seen him make bad choices about how to play a shot. We've seen him, you know, use the wrong tip position. Whatever the reason is, he'll hit one and get out of line. And that's what you got to avoid. Is it easy to play pool and stay in line all the time? No, it's not. It's really hard to do that, but that's what the good players do.
Yeah, this match is already run away from Mooncake.
And Matt really has not played that well.
Look at this for a break.
Yeah, and again, this is the kind of table where, you know, all you have to do is stay in line, and this is really easy.
Oh dear, and, Steve, you have really put a jinx on this guy. Goodness me! I mean, that was awful. That. Well, I don't know what he was trying to do with the cue ball. Was it checking that to make sure it came up the middle or whatever?
He was putting inside on it and coming straight down. You know, I mean, it's a little easier going around the corner there with that. Am I going to say there's anything wrong with going straight down the table? No, but you know,
well, when you start putting English on it, you've got to make the adjustments, because you're sending that cue ball offline when you're putting that on it.
Well, in general, for most players, it's easier for them to play with outside than inside. I will tell you that. Oh boy!
Oh dear! Well. This has gone downhill in the last rack here, but it's gone down further for Mooncake, because that's a gilt-edge opportunity just thrown back in Matt's face.
There are players that do, both of them really well. I mean, I do in real life. On VP, I would say semi-pro is one of the players that plays well from the inside of the cue ball. Albin plays well. You know, most of the better players play well from the inside of the cue ball.
Well, this is going to be a bit humiliating, Mooncake, unless you do something decent when you get a table. Because this is
semi-pro. That statement actually doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because anybody can have a good day and beat somebody, but you got to have a lot of good days, because you're going to have to beat a bunch of people. Anybody can knock you out. That's more like what you're saying. Anybody could knock you out of the tournament or put you in a loser's bracket. But if you're going to win it, you're going to have to play a lot of good matches with who's left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the difference. I mean, being good is all very well, being good for one match, but to sustain a level that's going to get you to be beating 2 or 3 of these guys one after the other, when you get to this stage in the tournament, you've got to be at a high level.
Well, Matt just didn't hit that one.
Yeah.
So, Matt needs to go back and look at his match and realize that I can't play against one of the top guys, because I'm going to lose if I do this.
Well, Mooncake got the hit. Now, presume the fact that there's not a problem left here, this rack's gone.
I mean, if you look at that match the other day between Albinario and Semi-Pro, Semi-Pro played a really good match. Still lost. And
yeah,
that's why every little mistake you make is so critical, because against somebody that's really good, you don't get that many of them.
Well, when you look overall at that match, it can be summarised in those last 2 or 3 racks as to how it went. Watch this cue ball. That's gone. Well, there you go, Mooncake. I mean, that's handing it to you in a plate.
Right now, Matt's Semi-Matt is trying to convince me he's not good enough to win it.
Yeah, he's making a good effort at it. I'll say that for him.
You cannot play like this against one of the top players and win.
Yeah, I think if you let yourself get distracted because the other guys make mistakes and you're getting all these opportunities, you're getting sloppy, you should be just putting the guy away and getting it done with.
Yeah, and that may be part of it. Matt may be relaxing because, this match isn't a tough match for him, but that's usually not a good approach to pull.
Because that's a route to a downfall, because things can start turning, the balls go against you, and then everything goes pear-shaped.
Yeah, you want to build good habits. You want to play strong all the time if you can.
Well, clearly he could bump the 5 and 6 here. He'd be nuts to do that because the 4 ball's at the opposite end of the table. And does he really need to bump the 5 and 6? Well, let's have a look and see whether he does or he doesn't.
That was hit well. Yeah.
Well, in actual fact, he doesn't if he finishes the short side. And in fact, he doesn't if he finishes on the other side either, because the 5 goes.
It almost, this is, I'd almost play this on the short side where he is. I think that's safer to get the cue ball down there. You just got to watch out for the scratch.
Watch the 9.
He's able to get this thing down on the long side, but yeah. I would have gone the short side there just because getting it to miss the 7 was a little tricky, and he did that, but.
Well, I'm giving this a bang. I'm just blasting this to hell. This 5 ball.
I'd kick it like pretty soft and off the other long rail and back on top of the 6, and the cue ball goes up table.
I would stub it and do that. That's excellent. Very well played.
Or you could just do that and run out.
Boy, did he need that. I think he's a bit too straight in this 6, though. I think that's part of the problem, the way he's looking around. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely bolt straight. So he needs to. Well, I don't know that I'd be doing that. I mean, he had the angle to draw off that and cheat the pocket, put bottom right in it, and fizz it up the table past the 8 ball. He could have done that.
Semi-pro, these guys don't even do the drills.
Excellent bank. But how's that in the 8? Well, he's got to go help for leather here.
I'm blaming you, Semi-Pro, because they see you not winning these things, and they think all that stuff you're doing is not worth it.
This looks good.
You need to pull your head out of your butt and start winning these things, and then everybody's going to be, gee, what happened to Semi-Pro? Why can't I beat him?
Well, when you think about it, Semi-Pro can only go downhill from where he is, because he had a good match against Albinario, and he's going to be hard pushed.
That's not true. Not true.
He's going to be hard pushed to play at the same sort of level in his next match.
Oh yeah, he can play that level, and he can play better than that. I mean, he made enough mistakes there that it's not like.
I'm just trying to push his buttons, Steve. Let me at it.
He's too easy a target.
I'm just trying to wind him up. Well, what a break that was. Look at that for a break. 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8 have gone.
He's going to shoot the bank, cut it down the rail.
Yeah, he ain't good in the 1, though. That's the problem.
Well, he's got a pretty good safety.
Well.
He could have knocked up. He could have gone off the 1 and taken the cue ball down towards the 5. It's pretty easy to get a hook with the 6.
Well, that was the best break of the tournament in terms of the count, the ball count, but he had a really tough
5
1 ball.
That'll raise your ball made or break average.
Well, there was just a glimmer of hope there for Mooncake to get back to within 2, but it's going to be a big swing now.
So Pagalion made 6 balls in the break once, had a shot on a low ball and didn't get out.
Didn't get out. I remember you
The
telling
video's
us
on
that.
the video's on YouTube if you want to go watch it. It's pretty amazing. 6 balls in a break, shot on a low ball, and he doesn't get out.
So
That
Matt,
shows you even the great ones can do that.
4 rack lead. Things need to go. Things need to start happening here, Mooncake. And there's the first thing that's happening. A dry break. Dodgy 1 ball to start him off though. Yeah, this is in that no man's land area. Take your choice where you're going. Well, because he's so close to it, he's going to have to jack up if he's cutting into the corner. Because I think he's heading. He's heading.
He could bank this. He's going to jack it up. Got to figure out how to. And that was well done. He controlled the cue ball well there.
Well, he's not.
Problem is, this is funny. Well, I mean, the side pocket is. You can draw this past the side. He's going to have to draw this pretty hard and come over here with a cue ball by the 4. I don't think you want to try to draw this straight down the rail. And he may be trying that.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Now, how's he spinning the cue ball? Not enough. I think he was.
All right. Here's a good shot for you. So you're going to try to run this cue ball between the 8 and 9. Bumping into the 8 would be fine.
Got to get the dig in it to get across. And well, the right idea. Finished perfect.
Well, he came up short on that. And what I mean by that is the cue ball turned over too much, so it curved, and he missed it on the thin side. You know, you got to either be on a different line or more speed.
Oh, that's tight. I'm needing a lot of convincing he can get past that 8 ball to get to that 2, and I don't think he thinks he can either.
And he's left a shot. Mooncake's been fighting pretty good in this match.
Well, you know, this table doesn't look all that difficult. It's just a wee bit cluttered.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, he just shot that was the key shot, was getting on the 3. The rest of this should be pretty easy.
He's got it clean in the 3, not hampered, so. Out into the middle of the table.
And that's perfect. You want to leave yourself a little angle on this 6 ball because you want to be able to come back off the long rail. And this is, you know, this is really routine, but, you know, you still got to pay attention because you want to get the right angle. And that's pretty good.
Well, you're just going to pocket. Are you going to go across the table and back across?
Yes.
I think he will.
He's going to go across the other long rail, probably.
No, he's coming to the side. I thought
I wouldn't have done that. I would have gone all the way across to the long rail and got a better angle on the 7 ball into the side. He's okay.
Now he's checking this up.
Yeah, he's okay.
So we've been, what, 40 minutes for this match. We could be inside the hour. The rate of speed we're going here, and now he's got himself a wee bit awkward.
Yeah, no, he hit that nicely. I mean, that was a nice little hit he put on that.
Oh, going in. So now the scoreboard looks heavy against you, Mooncake. We need a big change in fortune, but not only that, I'm not talking about the fortunes of Matt, I'm talking about Mooncake getting opportunities and not throwing them away. It's the only way he's going to get back into this now, and it's getting very late for that to happen. Considering Matt's at a ball and this table's pretty good where he's sitting. He's out here.
Well, this is going to be a learning match for Mooncake. I mean, he's going to have to raise his level of play. But, you know, I mean, we've seen this happen with a lot of guys. I mean, I think Matt's really improved. The problem is realizing the improvement. So I'm going to take semi-pro as an example. I'm not picking any semi-pro, but semi-pro, you know, he does these drills, he does 147s and snooker. So, you know that he's capable. So the next step is playing like that in the tournament, and it's not that easy to do. It's a little different mentality playing in tournaments. And let's see, there we go again. This is, and he overcut it. And you got to know when you're hitting it that hard that you're going to get more deflection. Well, you're not really getting more deflection. You're getting a lot less curve. Plus, the ball's not going to throw as much. When you hit it hard like that, the ball does not throw as much. Herpig said the other day that VP4, the throw is too speed dependent. That was one of the things I changed, and I disagree with that 100%. Because I went by a lot of the research that Bob Jewett had done on throw, and actually got graphs pretty much exactly matching his results. So as a player, you got to understand that the speed at the contact point is going to determine throw. So if there's more speed, there's less throw. Well, semi-pro, everybody suffers from the mental side. I mean, nobody's perfect on that. You just got to work on it. The mental side's just as important as the physical and execution side. You just got to learn to know yourself and know what you need to do to perform. It's not the same for everybody. Took me a long time. I dogged my brains out for years before I figured it out. And that's good. I mean, that's good. Now it's just a matter of cleaning it up a little so that you're coming out better. I mean, sometimes no matter what you do, you're going to lose. But, if you go back and look at your match against Albanero, you played well, but you did not, you still made a lot of mistakes. So it's how do I get rid of some of those mistakes? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Well, he made a good effort at trying to break this 4-ball into play here.
Yeah, now this is a tricky little, I don't think he can make this billiard.
The double kiss would probably ruin it.
And I don't think you can make this one either. I mean, if you're gonna, you got to hit it soft with a ton of right English. But I don't think it'll go.
That 5 balls running offline.
He's going to bank the 4 probably past the 9. That's what I would do. Try to use the 5 to hold it. It probably won't stay there, but this is kind of a tough situation. Oh, he's going to go for the...
Well, we're going to tip-tap route.
Well, and... I would just send it up table, try to use a 9 and 6. Well, he thought he could make the... billiard, and I think he probably could have. I don't think he hit that the right way. I think he needed to put some right English to make the 5-ball throw left.
The crossover bank, or however you want to describe it. And that looks perfect to me. Absolutely dead
That's
centre
right,
of the pocket.
right in the throat.
Now again, this is tricky.
I'm going rail first.
Yeah, you've got to look at the pocket before you decide rail first in these tables. So he's just hit it plain ball. Now he's left it difficult.
Well, that was okay though. I mean, he knew he was going to hit the tit, and he accepted. He hit it easy because he knew he was going to hit the tit,
Yeah,
and he's got a shot.
They're still not easy. That's why the commentator's eye's always right. You know, you needed to get out of there better on that 6 ball, so Mooncake lives again.
What I'm seeing with Matt with balls he's missed, see that one he hit easy and it threw into the rail.
Mm-hmm.
He's not adjusting to the throw for the speed. If you hit it easy, it's going to throw more.
Well, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nice little angle to come out there. Just hold the cue ball for the 9 in the same pocket. Couldn't be simpler. Little jabby dig. And just stun it in and hold it.
This throw thing, this is where you want to go on offline and hit shots. And do undo and play with different speeds and see what the ball does.
Yeah, but by the time you went offline and did all that and then you come online, the physics are different.
The ball throw isn't.
Larry says, I find I play better when hungry. Well, I think you must have been stuffing your face too much, Larry, every time I've seen you playing in these tournaments. You want to starve yourself to your
I play better when I'm hungry too. When I play in tournaments, it's usually I have maybe a soup or something after the first match, and then after that, I drink sugar and caffeine. I have Arnold Palmer's. You guys know what an Arnold Palmer is?
Nope.
It's lemonade and iced tea, and I use the unsweetened iced tea, so it's sweet and caffeine. Last tournament I played in Augusta, I got done with my last match at 4 a.m. I must have drank. Well, I drank one every match, so I think I played like 10 matches. So I drank I started after 2, so I drank like 8 of them. I didn't eat at all. Well, offline does match up for ball throw. Wow.
Oh, what a shot that was.
Wowee.
What a shot that was.
It's 10-7. Mooncake runs his rack out. It's 10-8 with him breaking. I mean, this is...
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt they actually played the jump on the 1 to combo the 6 there. I think he was just glad he hit the 1. But anyway, it looks spectacular.
Well, let's see what he does here. Is he going to play the bank? He's going to play the safe.
I think
and that's not any good. Now, this is what you don't want to do because he's got an easy safety. Yep.
He's going to be trouble.
Yeah, you can't do that. He's going to be locked up on that 7 ball.
Oh no! Wait a minute!
Yeah, Matt actually decided to shoot it.
Well, there you go. That it would have been fine if he'd got a rub there, but he might still thin cut this. Wait a minute into the other corner.
He may just play safe on the 4. We'll see. I mean,
to duck.
I didn't like that shot because it was too unlikely to come up with a shot on the 2. If you play safe and you knock the 1 ball down to this end of the table, now you got ball in hand with the 1 ball close to the 2. It's easy to move it.
Guess what stubborn Larry would do in this situation? They'd cut this thing along the rail. They wouldn't even think twice about it. Forget any safety. They would just go for it like that.
Yeah, well,
and leave it hanging over the pocket like that. Wait a minute! Oh! I thought he was going to nudge it in by the 9.
Almost got the... I mean, you can say that I play a little conservative, and I do compared to most of the VPers, but in actuality, I'm a pretty aggressive player in real life. And the shots I'm saying I would play are the ones I'd play in real life. I think people play too aggressive in this game.
Well, Mooncake, you've just got to believe and not do anything silly now. You've just got to stay in there and putting these away It'll certainly help that situation. Back to within 2, and a good break needed.
Yep.
Just at the right time.
I mean, Matt should have won this match a long time ago.
Well, how many times do we see it? You know, you've got the guy who's the favourite player, starts off pretty good, and then things start to drift a little bit, and he can't get himself away to that winning position. And the other guy, although he's not been as consistent and made a little bit more mistakes, he's still in there, and he's also got a ball in the break. I don't know that he's got another shot though.
Yeah, the one will probably go, but making it and getting on the 2 is good luck.
Remember, that was a 4 ball he potted earlier on where he had barely a pocket to get it in. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was excellent.
Yeah. Well, and this is the problem. Getting on the 2 ball was near impossible on that shot because you had to hit it easy.
Well, it'll be a good safety if he can get away with this.
Well,
lined up behind the 8.
Oh, that's no good.
He hasn't hit it.
The problem was you had to put some speed. I was thinking drop back behind the 6 and take the 2 ball, 2 rails, long rail to down by the 5. You kind of got to get creative. If you don't have the right angle for, the speed to get the ball, cue ball where you need it, come up with something else. Go an extra rail, shoot a different shot. But that was kind of like, well, I know I don't have the right angle for the right speed, but I'm going to shoot this anyways. And, it's like wishing it's going to happen. I used to do that a lot, and I can tell you that wishing does not work well.
Well, watch that cue ball. Watch that cue ball. He's going to be hooked. Oh, no, he's scratched. Well, there's another light. This is just going to go pear-shaped for you, Matt. You ever get that feeling?
Okay, so this is a really simple situation. So if you should be able to get on the 6 ball pretty good here. This just comes straight down the table, and you got to watch the speed.
Got to leave it short. Watch the cue ball. This is a disaster.
Boy, that's terrible. See, I would have gone straight down the table. You just get the line and roll it like the 8 ball, and you're trying to come up short of it.
Right.
You're trying to roll it like maybe just inside the 8 ball. Give yourself a little bit of room in case you overhit it, but he's okay here.
Just got to let loose here. Oh no! Way too soon.
Maybe he's not okay.
Well, now he wants to miss the 6 for a start.
Yeah, well, you can just play the 6 ball off the 9 here. 6 ball off the 9 in the side pocket. What's he doing that for?
Well, he actually tried the combo, and he might have got away with
crazy. I would have played the 6 off the 9. I thought that was a pretty easy shot.
Oh, I tell you, that is tight. That is tight. I don't know that he can get to it.
He can cross bank it. I don't think he can shoot this on the side.
That's the best he'll have to go for.
The problem with the cross bank is you almost have to play to run into the 8 ball, or you're going to have to hit it real hard and go up and down the table because I just don't think. I think you got to hit it pocket speed and run into the 8 ball. He's going to draw this. He might be able to do it this way.
Beautiful.
And he can. Beautiful. That was really well played. That was the right way to shoot it. What I was saying, my options weren't good. His option was the right one. That was a beautiful shot.
Well, there's life in old Mooncake yet. Back to within 1 and the break.
You can do a walk back, Larry. Walk back will give you a little bit kind of in between view. W key.
Cue ball mode, and then of course disaster strikes.
Well, this is not an automatic run out table. This is a table that you're going to have to move the cue ball well to get out on just because of how it's sitting.
Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball again.
Look at this.
Oh, he's okay.
Wow. So ball in hand, the first thing he does is get funny.
He is treading a very fine line.
Watch out. And see, this is how it multiplies because, the 4 ball was kind of critical to get on good. And now he's pretty straight on the 3.
Yeah.
You want to get off the rail. You can go 3 rails in a round, but being on the rail is bad.
Oh.
And he's just going to roll this, I would think. See, in real life, you're not shooting this shot. And if you are, you're taking a big chance.
Well, he's got to get the angle on this 6 ball. He needs to get up, so he's coming back to the 7. Let's have a look, see if he is.
And that's well done.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, he's recovered, and that's what it's about. If you get out of line, you got to recover. I'm just kind of surprised Matt's having this kind of match.
Do you know something? The Seniors World Snooker Championship is on at the moment. It's still being played at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. It's played the week after the proper World Championships are finished. You know that they were doing a little section, and it was what's his name, Ken Doherty, who won the World Championships, I think in 1992 or 97. Can't remember what year he won it. But do you know that he used to get into the snooker hall? He knew the guy that sort of looked after the tables, and there was a cue that was hanging in the rack that somebody had left in the hall. It wasn't an off the rack cue, house cue. It was somebody's cue, and it had been sitting there, and nobody claimed it. And Ken Doherty, to cut a long story short, bought the cue off the guy in the snooker hall for £2, and with that cue, he won the World Championship. $2 it cost him for his cue to win the world title.
So wink at me. I'll give you one of the secrets of VP that should be obvious to everybody, but some of you guys may have never thought of this. This is why you buy all 3 break cues, because if you want it, VP has one huge advantage over real life with a break cue, is that if you swing it as hard as you can, it'll speed limit at whatever the max limit the cue can do. So that allows you to hit at exactly that speed every single time. That's a huge, huge advantage breaking. So if you want to lower your speed, instead of trying to take speed off the highest speed cue, you're better off buying the other break cues.
Well, Mooncake to stay alive and get back to within 1.
Now, I will say this, that the pros in real life, it's pretty amazing what some of them can do. I was watching Jason Shaw. They were showing break speeds, and I think it was Shane against Shaw, and Shane was breaking pretty consistently 20.5 to 21 mile an hour. Shaw was 17 point something every single break. It's like, he's 17 this, 17 that, but he's within a mile an hour on every single break shot.
Yeah. Here we go.
And that's what those guys do, is they find a break speed in a position that works, and then they just do that over and over and over again. So my guess is that most of y'all haven't ever thought of that.
Oh dear, he's done it again.
You might want to go buy some more break cues.
Is that twice in a row Mooncake scratched, or am I just getting it? Was that Matt that scratched the last time?
No, I think it was Mooncake. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, give the guy a break, for goodness sake.
Well, Matt has turned this into a match that's very close. I mean, you got to give Mooncake credit. He's hung in there, but
I mean, he really should have been dead and buried a long while ago, though, shouldn't he?
Yeah, Matt's going to have to get something figured out if he wants to win this championship.
Well, he's just gone a wee bit far. I mean, he doesn't want to interfere with this 7 ball.
Yeah, he's fine. Draw's hard to control. That's why you stay away from it. I mean, you got to do it sometimes, but it's not the favored shot.
I just realised that was Wink at Me that's in the chat. I couldn't even read his name there.
Yeah. It's a at me Wink.
Yeah.
It's a funny way of doing it.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you can work on your position, you can work on, you know, pit position, but I would also definitely work on speed. And you can do that with one cue by trying to take some speed off it, but it's a big advantage, I think, to get other brake cues.
Well, Matt's he's not exactly making this simple. He's going to have to run this cue ball again unless he's playing a big draw up it to the left-hand side here and risking the stun and hanging this 8-ball.
And if you want an explanation why speed is so important, it's because the cue ball is flying, and how far it flies and whether it bounces or flies into or bounces more than once, a lot of that's determined by the speed.
Well, breaking for the match. Breaking dry at the moment. Oh, well, here's your chance to survive again, Mooncake.
Mooncake needs it.
Problem straight off the bat, though.
What I recommend doing, even with even if you just have a single brake cue, is if you're breaking up at the head string and it's not working, move the cue ball back a few inches. Maybe move it back a few inches again. Because as you move the cue ball further away, that changes the bounce.
Well, he's got on the 2, he's got a cut, but can he get out of there without bumping into traffic? He's going back, trying to play safe, and he's got it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with playing safe in this situation. I mean, in some sense, you hate to let a guy to the table that's on the hill. You might kick one in, but on the other hand, you can't win them back all at once, and firing at stuff that you shouldn't fire at is going to get you lost. So, you know,
Matt will be happy with that.
That's a danger of playing safe, as that can happen. There's no guarantee that the guy's not going to do this to you. I can't believe he's looking at the end rail here. He's got to kick off the side, right? Maybe he's just looking to what he's going to do with the 2. Can't hit this too soft because the 2 might hit the 9.
Oh, he's got the 2 out of there. This might end up pretty good. It might end up very good. Yeah.
And that's really what he was playing. He's trying to hit it and keep the cue ball down there and get the 2 ball out of there, and he did it.
And this table's still looking a fair bet to get out here, whoever gets this 2 ball.
That was a big thunder. We're under a tornado watch here right now.
Watch the cue ball. This is ducking behind the 5. The 2 ball's going in. Oh dear.
Well,
and Mooncake, you better get ready.
Can anything else go wrong for Matt here? I mean, he's doing it to himself for the most part.
Oh, that's a lovely spin. Got the hit, but, well, this is it now. This is going to test Mooncake's nerve. This is going to test his bottle.
Well, Mooncake should be happy he's getting these chances because, you know, whether he wins this match or not, he was in it, and that says something.
Well, he's got to think he ain't dead and buried yet, and he's still got to think that this might go my way.
He runs out here, he's breaking to go hill. I mean, ideally, you'd want to break and run 2 racks, but, you know, that hadn't looked like either one of these guys are going to do that.
I like how Larry summed up your comment, Steve.
Well, the guy from frickin' Nebraska. You could have picked the worst state. You could be in Oklahoma.
Yeah. That's another reason I'm glad I'm over here. We don't get that kind of bloody thing. You know, you've gone for years with your nice little house, then, you know, some year goes by, then boom, your bloody house is lying 5 miles away.
But Larry is right. It's the warnings you really got to worry about. That's when it's time to go hide. Watch is just something where, you know, okay, so I got the news on. Warnings like time to go hide.
Mm-hmm. Big business turn, what do you call it? Storm chasing.
Yeah.
Big business.
Well, most of that's going on in the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
but more people get killed in the South, I think, than in the Midwest. And the reason why, it's not that the tornadoes are worse, because the tornadoes are way worse in the Midwest. It's because we get a lot of tornadoes at night here.
Mm-hmm.
And tornadoes at night hit, you can't see them coming. There's no, there's not much warning. People are asleep, and yeah, a lot of people get killed in the South because it may only be an AF2, but it's hitting them at
Oh,
night.
well, it's a complete disaster. Game, set, and match. Oh, dear. What?
That was not what you wanted to see.
Oh, dear. Why not just take a wee bit longer over it and get settled? And there you go. Well, remember I said at the beginning of this match that Matt's a good fourth favourite. Well, he has. Let's just sort of summarise it by saying he's got work to do, because he wasn't exactly 100% convincing there, because it got a bit shabby.
He
Let's be
wasn't
honest.
convincing it. He wasn't convincing at all.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, Steve.
Well,
He's got
I
to
can see
improve.
I see his comment in the lobby. He knows he didn't play well.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to have a bad match, I mean, he did it against a player that he could get away with it. Almost
Yeah,
didn't get away with it. Had to be given the match.
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem now is he's up against Acero, who, again, in this type of game, can be hot or cold. I don't know whether Acero feels he's due to keep going in this tournament, but Matt can't take him lightly either.
No, if Matt plays like that against
No.
Acero, he could lose the match. I mean,
Yeah.
Acero's not a pushover.
And then semi-pro lies in wait on that side. And then, as I said earlier, we've got Larry, who's waiting on the winner of this Bedhead LS3 match. So if we look at that schedule, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow at the same, sorry, not the same time. Well, right now, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock just gone, we have LS3 in Bedhead. And now there could be a surprise in that. Bedhead will be the strong favourite. A bit like maybe tonight, LS3 has to take all the opportunities she's going to get, if she gets any, but she could cause an upset. She's well capable of doing it, but has to be consistent. And then, of course, the big one, Cobra Spectre Dawn, Sunday night at 7 o'clock. I will be there for that one, because that's to decide who plays Albinario in the hot seat, is it not? I think I'm right.
Yeah, it's for who plays Alvin for the hot seat.
That's right. So that's the big one. Is Spectre Dawn going to keep? Well, he did well in the 10 ball to get to the final, didn't he? So I mean, he's still in it, and Cobra's the sort of biggest threat he's come across so far. So we look forward to that. And I hope you guys can join us for that. Now, another thing to have a quick look at before we do anything else.
Yeah, I will not be at tomorrow's stream, but I am planning on being on Sundays.
Let's have a look at the Cowboy. Cowboy, how many is it saying? 32 maximum. Has it gone down? I thought we'd 16, and now we've got 15. I think somebody's bailed out.
No, we had.
Did we?
We had 17 players.
Oh, right. Right. Well, somebody.
We had 17 players. There were 15 open seats.
I'm trying to think who was in it that ain't in it anymore, but that progressive pool guy's still in it. Tam, Woody. No, I don't see any different
it's still
names.
the same. There's 17 people in it. 15 open seats. Yeah,
right.
It's still the same. It hasn't changed.
Right, got it now. I'm getting mixed up with the open seats that was saying it was left. Right, so there's still plenty. How long we've got to go? The 22nd.
Yeah, so we've still got time. We'll see. Some people like to sign up late. I mean, Albin's not in it. It may not be a game he wants to play.
I think he'll sign up for it. Yeah, I think Albie's well aware there's plenty of time to get signed up. He can't.
I see a name we don't usually see, 9ball.com.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it for a laugh.
Good.
Yeah.
And don't make the mistake of streaming your match.
Oh no, I won't be doing it. No chance of that happening.
Yeah.
Right, guys. That is it. I'm catch some of this senior snooker. That'll put me to sleep tonight because it ain't a high standard, let's be honest. And I'll have a quick coffee as well. So thank you for your company. Thanks for Steve joining us.
Yep.
And we'll look
Good
forward
night,
to seeing you guys over the weekend for these big matches. So till we meet again, good evening.
Good evening.